My friends, here's a surprising truth. Even a beloved superfood can backfire when you eat it the wrong way. I'm talking about avocados. Creamy, heart-healthy, loaded with fiber, potassium, and protective antioxidants. Americans eat roughly 8 pounds per person per year, which shows how much we love them. But most people don't realize there are 6 critical mistakes that can turn this nutritional champion into a real problem. From digestive distress and foodborne illness to medication conflicts and severe allergic reactions. Today, drawing on peer-reviewed research and years of nutrition practice, I'll show you how to avoid the traps, keep the benefits, and use avocados wisely. If you've ever wondered whether your daily avocado toast is helping or quietly hurting, stay with me. Part 1. The 6 Dangerous Mistakes and the Fix. Mistake number 1. Ignoring Persin, the plant's defense. Now, here's something that almost no one talks about when it comes to avocados. Beyond the creamy green flesh we all know and love, the avocado plant is equipped with its own built-in shield, a compound called Persin. Persin is a fungicidal toxin that protects the plant against pests and diseases. You'll find the highest concentrations in the leaves, bark, and seed, while the ripe flesh that we eat has the lowest levels. So what does the science say? Laboratory studies, known as in vitro experiments, have shown that extracts of avocado fruit can actually cause DNA damage to human white blood cells in a petri dish. This means the compound displayed genotoxic effects in a controlled lab setting. Of course, that doesn't mean eating guacamole will damage your DNA. The human body is far more complex. Our liver enzymes are designed to metabolize and neutralize compounds like Persin. Still, these findings raise important questions about long-term, heavy consumption, especially for people with compromised liver function. Animal research paints an even sharper picture. In birds, exposure to Persin has been shown to cause breathing problems, tissue damage, and in some cases, even death. In livestock such as goats and horses, ingestion of avocado leaves has been linked to mastitis, painful inflammation of the udder, and even heart complications. Humans, fortunately, are much more resistant. For most people, the ripe flesh is considered safe and even beneficial. But here's the catch. Sensitivity can vary widely. For someone with an already weakened liver, perhaps due to chronic illness or certain medications, the body may not break down Persin as efficiently. This could theoretically increase the risk of side effects such as digestive changes, unusual fatigue, or unexpected skin reactions. So, what's the solution? The goal isn't to scare you away from avocados, but to equip you with smarter habits. Here are 3 simple guidelines. 1. Avoid the wrong parts. Never consume avocado leaves, bark, or large amounts of seed. They contain much higher levels of Persin and are not safe for human consumption. That means no avocado seed tea or experimental recipes that use ground seed powder. 2. Use a rotation. If you love avocados and eat them daily, consider a simple schedule like 5 days on, 2 days off. This gives your body time to process and clear any potential accumulation of plant compounds. 3. Listen to your body. If you notice new symptoms, persistent fatigue, digestive discomfort, or unexplained rashes, don't just brush them off. Bring them up with your healthcare provider and consider adjusting your intake. At the end of the day, avocados remain one of the most nutrient-rich foods on the planet. But like all powerful foods, they come with nuances. Understanding Persin isn't about fear, it's about knowledge. And with the right awareness, you can enjoy every creamy bite of avocado safely, confidently, and to your body's full benefit. Mistake number 2. The calorie trap. Here's a truth that surprises many health-conscious people. Even the healthiest foods can derail your wellness goals if eaten without moderation. And avocados, for all their heart-healthy fats and essential nutrients, are no exception. Let's look at the numbers. A single large avocado contains about 320 calories and nearly 30 grams of fat. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the same calories as a small cheeseburger. Now, most of us don't sit down to eat a cheeseburger thinking it's a free food, but avocados wear a health halo. We think, it's good fat, so I can eat as much as I want. That's where the trap lies. Science confirms this nuance. A 2022 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association tracked participants who ate one avocado per day for 6 months. The good news? They did not gain weight, proving that moderate avocado consumption can be safely included in a balanced diet. But here's the detail most people miss. Those participants carefully substituted avocado for other fats in their meals. They weren't piling it on top of cheese, oils, and salad dressings. Contrast this with what many of us do at home. We add half an avocado to a salad that already has olive oil dressing. We spread it on a sandwich loaded with cheese. Or we throw a whole avocado into a smoothie on top of nut butters. Suddenly, we've added 500 to 600 extra calories in a single day without even realizing it. And over weeks or months, those invisible calories add up, slowly tipping the scale upward. So what's the fix? It starts with portion awareness. A proper serving size of avocado is about 1/3 of a medium fruit, or roughly 50 grams. That's about 80 to 100 calories. A reasonable amount that delivers fiber, potassium, healthy fats, and antioxidants without overwhelming your calorie budget. Practical tips make this easier. 1. Measure. Don't guess. Use a spoon or scale until you get familiar with what a single serving looks like. 2. Substitute. Don't stack. Replace butter on your toast with avocado, or swap heavy salad dressing for a few slices. Don't just add avocado on top of everything else. 3. Mind the smoothies. If you blend avocado into shakes, adjust by cutting back on other fat-dense ingredients like nut butters or full-fat yogurt. The takeaway is clear. Avocados can absolutely support weight management, but only when consumed mindfully. Research from the Adventist Health Study even found that avocado eaters tended to have lower body weights, but this was true at moderate intakes of around 30 to 50 grams per day, not at unlimited amounts. So remember, portion control isn't about restriction, it's about balance. A small, well-placed serving of avocado can help keep you full, nourish your body, and support a healthy weight. But falling into the calorie trap by over-consuming could sabotage the very health benefits you're after. When it comes to avocados, moderation isn't just wise, it's the science-backed key to enjoying their goodness without compromise. Mistake number 3, Latex-Fruit syndrome, cross-reactivity. Here's a hidden danger very few avocado lovers ever hear about. A surprising link between avocados and latex allergies. Doctors call it latex-fruit syndrome, and for some people, it can turn a simple slice of avocado into a serious medical emergency. Let's break it down. Latex allergies affect millions worldwide, especially healthcare workers, cleaners, and anyone with repeated exposure to latex gloves. Research published in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology shows that 30% to 50% of people with latex allergies also react to certain fruits, with avocado at the very top of the list. Why? Because avocados and natural rubber latex share similar protein structures. Specifically, avocados contain proteins known as Class I chitinases with hevein-like domains. These proteins look almost identical to hevein, a major allergen in natural rubber latex. Your immune system, which acts like a vigilant guard dog, often mistakes one for the other. So if you're allergic to latex, your body may launch the very same defense response when you eat avocado. The consequences can range from mild to life-threatening. Early signs might include itching in the mouth or throat, swelling of the lips or tongue, or a tingling sensation right after eating avocado. But for some, the reaction escalates. Hives, gastrointestinal distress, difficulty breathing, dizziness, or even full-blown anaphylaxis. In fact, a clinical review noted that avocado was among the most common food triggers of severe latex-related cross-reactions. What makes this even more concerning is that many adults don't know they're allergic to latex until much later in life. Imagine a nurse who has worn latex gloves for years without issue, but gradually develops sensitivity. One day, they eat guacamole at a party and suddenly feel their throat tighten. Without recognizing the link, they may not connect avocado to the allergy until it becomes dangerous. So, what's the safe path forward? 1. Know your risk. If you've ever had latex sensitivity, rashes from gloves, irritation after medical procedures, be cautious with avocado. 2. Watch for subtle symptoms. Even mild tingling in the mouth after eating avocado could be an early warning sign. Don't ignore it. 3. Get tested. An allergist can perform skin or blood tests to confirm Latex-Fruit syndrome. This is especially important for people in high-risk jobs like healthcare or housekeeping. 4. Always disclose allergies. Tell your doctor or dentist if you suspect latex or avocado reactions. This can prevent exposure during procedures. Avocado allergies tied to latex are not extremely common, but for those affected, the risks are serious. Studies estimate that up to 53% of latex-allergic patients test positive for avocado sensitivity. That's not a small number. The lesson is clear. For most people, avocados are safe and nutritious. But for those with hidden latex sensitivity, they could be a silent trigger. Awareness is the first step in prevention. By understanding Latex-Fruit syndrome, you're not only protecting yourself, but also spreading knowledge that could safeguard friends, family, or colleagues who never suspected guacamole might be their hidden danger. Mistake number 4. Storage and contamination. At first glance, storing an avocado might seem like the simplest thing in the world. Just leave it on the counter until it's ripe, right? But here's the truth. The way you handle, wash, and store your avocados can make the difference between a delicious superfood and a serious food safety hazard. Why? Because avocados present unique challenges when it comes to bacterial contamination. Their rough, porous skin isn't just a beautiful texture. It's the perfect hiding place for harmful microbes like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria monocytogenes. These pathogens thrive in the warm, humid environments where avocados are grown. And once they hitch a ride into your kitchen, they can be very hard to remove. Here's the part most people never think about. When you cut into an unwashed avocado, your knife doesn't just glide through the skin. It carries those bacteria straight into the creamy green flesh you're about to eat. A study by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, found that nearly 18% of sampled avocados tested positive for Listeria on the peel, and 1% even carried it inside the flesh. That means the risk is real, especially for older adults, pregnant women, and anyone with a weakened immune system. Once the avocado is cut, the danger increases. The soft, nutrient-rich flesh provides the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Food safety experts warn about the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, where bacteria can double every 20 minutes. That means leaving sliced avocado on the counter for just a couple of hours could expose you to thousands of invisible bacterial invaders. And the scariest part? Spoiled avocado doesn't always smell or taste bad. You may never notice until the illness hits. So, what's the fix? Fortunately, it's simple but powerful. 1. Always wash the whole avocado before cutting. Use cold running water and, if possible, a clean produce brush. This single step can significantly reduce bacterial transfer. 2. Use clean utensils and cutting boards. Cross-contamination from raw meat or unwashed surfaces is one of the fastest ways to spread pathogens. 3. Refrigerate immediately after cutting. Place leftover avocado in an airtight container and eat within 2 to 3 days. If it's been sitting out at room temperature for more than an hour, the safest choice is to throw it away. 4. Respect food safety rules. Whole, uncut avocados can ripen at room temperature, but once ripe, store them in the fridge for up to 5 to 7 days. Think of it this way: your avocado is more than just a fruit. It's also a sponge for microbes if you don't treat it properly. By following a few evidence-based safety steps, you can enjoy all the nutritional benefits of avocados without the hidden risks of foodborne illness. At the end of the day, prevention is simple. Wash, refrigerate, and respect the clock. That's how you turn your avocado from a possible hazard into the safe, nourishing superfood it's meant to be. Mistake number 5. Medication interactions and health conditions. Avocados may look innocent on your plate, but for people taking certain medications, they can actually tip the balance from helpful to harmful. This isn't fear-mongering, it's basic biochemistry backed by medical research. Let's start with one of the most critical concerns: blood thinners. Avocados contain moderate amounts of vitamin K, a nutrient essential for clotting. Normally, vitamin K is a good thing, but if you're on anticoagulant medications like warfarin, Coumadin, or even newer drugs such as dabigatran, Pradaxa, or rivaroxaban, Xarelto, consistency in vitamin K intake is everything. Why? Because these drugs are carefully dosed based on your normal diet. Suddenly increasing avocado consumption can reduce the effectiveness of your medication, putting you at risk of dangerous blood clots. On the flip side, if you've been eating avocados regularly and then stop, your blood can become too thin, raising the risk of internal bleeding. Next, let's talk about potassium overload. Avocados are potassium powerhouses. A single cup of sliced avocado delivers nearly 975 milligrams, more than double the potassium in a banana. That sounds healthy, right? For most people, yes. But if you're on certain heart medications, specifically ACE inhibitors, ARBS angiotensin receptor blockers, or potassium-sparing diuretics, that much potassium can push your levels into a danger zone called hyperkalemia. Symptoms include muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and, in severe cases, sudden cardiac arrest. A 2019 review in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension highlighted how unnoticed dietary potassium spikes could be life-threatening for patients on these medications. And it doesn't stop there. For people managing diabetes, the story gets more complicated. The fiber in avocados can slow absorption of some oral diabetes drugs, making them less effective. Meanwhile, the healthy monounsaturated fats in avocado can enhance insulin sensitivity. Normally, that's great, but if you're on insulin or sulfonylureas, it could cause your blood sugar to drop too low, leading to dizziness, confusion, or even fainting spells. So, what's the takeaway? Avocados are not bad, but when medications enter the picture, precision matters. Here's what you should do. 1. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist. If you take blood thinners, heart meds, or diabetes drugs, ask how much avocado is safe for you. 2. Keep your intake consistent. Don't suddenly go from no avocados to eating one every day. Your body and your prescriptions work best with stability. 3. Watch for warning signs. If you notice unusual bruising, extreme fatigue, irregular heartbeat, or unexpected swings in blood sugar, take it seriously and get medical advice. Think of it this way. Avocados are like a double-edged sword. In the right hands, they're a healing tool packed with nutrition. But combined carelessly with certain medications, they can become a silent disruptor of your health. Balance and awareness are the key to enjoying them safely. Mistake number 6. Ignoring personal tolerance. Here's the truth. Not everybody responds to avocados the same way. For some people, they're a superfood. For others, they're a source of discomfort and sometimes even danger. The mistake is assuming that because avocados are healthy, they must be healthy for everyone in every amount. Science tells a different story. Let's start with digestion. A whole avocado contains about 13.5 grams of fiber, which is nearly half the daily recommended intake. That's fantastic for gut health. But if your digestive system is sensitive, or if you're not used to a high-fiber diet, it can backfire. Bloating, cramping, and sudden changes in bowel habits are common red flags. For older adults whose enzyme production naturally declines with age, the high fat and fiber load of avocados can feel heavy on the stomach, leading to sluggish digestion. Then there's the FODMAP issue. Avocados contain sorbitol, a type of sugar alcohol. For people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, even small amounts of sorbitol can trigger days of digestive distress, from gas and bloating to severe abdominal pain. A clinical trial published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology confirmed that sorbitol-rich foods are among the top culprits for flare-ups in IBS patients. We also need to talk about histamine intolerance. As avocados ripen, their histamine levels rise. For people who are histamine sensitive, that ripe avocado can trigger headaches, skin flushing, hives, nasal congestion, or digestive upset. This isn't an allergy in the traditional sense. It's a mismatch between how much histamine your body can handle and how much is coming in. And speaking of allergies, there's oral allergy syndrome. People with certain pollen allergies, especially birch pollen, may experience itching or tingling in the mouth and throat after eating avocados. This happens because the proteins in avocado resemble pollen proteins, tricking the immune system into reacting. Finally, genetics play a role. Variations in genes that control fat metabolism or the breakdown of plant compounds like Persin can mean that one person thrives on daily avocados while another develops fatigue, skin issues, or digestive problems at much lower intakes. So how do you avoid this mistake? By becoming your own investigator. Keep a food and symptom diary. Write down when you eat avocados, how much, and how you feel in the 24 to 48 hours afterward. Notice patterns. Do overripe avocados give you headaches? Does a full avocado cause bloating, but a few slices don't? This is your body's feedback, and it's more valuable than any generic nutrition advice. The bottom line, avocados are powerful, but not universally perfect. By respecting your individual tolerance and paying attention to your body's signals, you can enjoy the benefits while avoiding the discomfort. The smartest nutrition plan is always personalized. And with avocados, that lesson is especially true. Part 2. Why avocados are still worth it when done right. Heart health, monounsaturated fats, oleic acid, help lower LDL and support HDL. Observational data links intake with lower CVD risk. Blood pressure. Potassium helps counter sodium and support healthy BP. Monitor with meds as advised. Eye protection. Rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, supports macular health with age. Nutrient Booster. The fat matrix enhances absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, and carotenoids from the same meal. Sweet Spot. 1/3 to 1/2 medium avocado, 3 to 4 times a week works well for most adults.
Part 3. Practical Playbook. Safe, smart, avocado eating first. Always check your health background. If you are taking anticoagulant medicines, medicines for the heart, kidneys, or diabetes, or if you have a latex allergy, irritable bowel syndrome, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, you should talk to your doctor before adding more avocado to your diet. Second, think about portion and frequency. Begin with about 50 grams of avocado at one time. Do not feel that you need to eat it every day. A safe pattern is 3 to 4 days per week, which gives your body time to adjust. Third, practice food safety. Wash the avocado thoroughly. Clean your cutting tools and refrigerate the fruit right after cutting. Once it has been cut, use it within 2 to 3 days. Fourth, use avocado as a swap, not as a stack. Replace butter, mayonnaise, or cheese with avocado. Or combine avocado with tomatoes and leafy greens to improve the absorption of antioxidants such as carotenoids. Fifth, here are some simple ideas. For example, a heart-healthy toast, whole grain bread with 1/3 of an avocado, topped with tomato and a squeeze of lemon. Or a smart salad, blend avocado with yogurt, lemon, and herbs to make a creamy dressing. Or a balanced protein bowl. Pair avocado with beans or fish and plenty of vegetables. Finally, monitor yourself. Keep a simple diary of how much avocado you eat, the time of day you eat it, and any changes or symptoms you feel. Then adjust the amount until you find your own feel-good zone.
Closing. Avocados aren't the enemy. Misuse is. Avoid the 6 mistakes. Keep portions consistent. Follow food safety basics. And tailor intake to your health and medications. Do that, and you'll keep all the heart, eye, and nutrient-boosting benefits with far fewer risks. Have you noticed any reactions or successes with avocado? Share below. Your story could help someone else. If this helped, tap like, subscribe to Nutigood HealthBook, and turn on the bell so you never miss evidence-based nutrition made simple.